This message is not for Christians. Or maybe it is. But I wanted to start off this video by apologizing. I just want to say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you've been hurt by the church before. I'm sorry if you've been hurt by other Christians. I'm sorry if you've been castrated or condemned or judged by Christians and by us, and that it has hurt you, and that there's lingering pain that's inside of you still. But I just want to ask you for just a small second to look past the church, to look past Christianity, to look past the hurt and everything else. And I want you to understand this one truth. We live in a broken world. That's the bottom line. There is no one on this earth that is perfect. And I think that's the beauty of what Christianity is. Christianity is not about church. It's not about religion. It's not about trying to become this perfect person or creation by following all these rules. That's not what it's about. What it's about is a relationship. What it's about is grace. Because Jesus did not come down from heaven to earth to give us a list of rules to follow, that if you follow these rules, you'll be good enough for me. He came down knowing that we were still sinners, knowing what we would do in the future, what we've done in the past, and what we're doing right now, and died. Died one of the most painful deaths ever. He suffocated on a cross that he was nailed to for you. So I just encourage you for a moment to look past the church, because Christianity is one thing and the church is one thing, but Jesus is another. Jesus is so much bigger than both of those. And quite frankly, you can have a relationship with Jesus and not have a church. I'm just saying. So before you go shutting out the idea of having a relationship with Jesus and wanting to push away the church and never be involved with it again and decide to go on your own path, remember that it's not about the church. It's not about what we have to do. It's all about a relationship between us and Jesus. Now, I've been hurt by a lot of people in my life. A lot of people. But I don't hold that against them. I don't let that pain sit inside of me. You want to know why? Because when you internalize and you let it build up inside of you, it creates hatred and resentment. And when you have hatred in the heart, it's misery for the soul. No one feels good when they hate someone. It's not a good feeling. And it's so much easier to hold grudges than it is to forgive. But Jesus has forgiven you. Jesus has forgiven you for all the mistakes that you've made. He knew what you were going to do before you did it. And he still chose to give his life for you. Now, I know you've been hurt before, and I'm not asking you to come back to church right now. What I'm asking for you to do is to simply forgive. Simply just take the pain that you've experienced and stop internalizing it. Stop holding hatred against others and stop blocking out something that could be really important in your life. All I ask of you is to seek and to understand that at the end of the day, we're a broken people and we need a savior. We need someone who can fix this world. We humans try to fix it ourselves. We try to fix the diseases and the sicknesses that we go through every single day. We're trying to find cures for cancer. We're trying to save the ecosystem. We're trying to constantly build the economy. But there's nothing we're going to be able to do that's going to solve all of our problems except Jesus. So forget about the church for a second. Forget about Christians. Forget about all of that. And focus on Jesus. Because Jesus wants you. He wants a relationship with you. He wants to hear and experience the pain that you go through. He wants to be by your side. Let him.